Swaminathan was an Indian genetist and agronomist. He is regarded as the father of Green Revolution in India. Swaminathan, often referred to as the father of Green Revolution in India, was a prominent Indian agricultural scientist and humanitarian who has made significant contributions to the field of agriculture, food security and sustainable development. M.S. Swaminathan background. M.S. Swaminathan was an Indian agronomist, plant genetist and humanitarian. He was the pioneer leader of the Green Revolution in India. Early life and education. Was born on 7th August 1925 in Kumbakonam, Tamil Nadu. Completed BSc in Zoology and Agricultural Science, Masters in Agricultural Science from the Indian Agricultural Research Institute in 1949 with a focus on genetics and plant breeding. He completed his PhD as a genetist from Cambridge University in 1952, where he specialized in the genus Solanum of the potato and later returned to India in 1954. Swaminathan was greatly influenced by Mahatma Gandhi's teachings of selfless service to the poor and the nation. Was very much influenced by the 1943 Bengal famine, which killed up to 3 million people. He realized the need to improve agriculture and food security in India. Career. Joined the Indian Agricultural Research Institute as a faculty. Later served as the director of Indian Agricultural Research Institute from 1961 to 1972. Director General of the Indian Council of Agriculture Research from 1972 to 1979 and the Principal Secretary of the Indian Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation from 1979 to 80. From 1980 to 82, he was in charge of India's Planning Commission's Agriculture and Rural Development. In 1982, Swaminathan was appointed as the Director General of the International Rice Research Institute in the Philippines and the President of the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources from 1984 to 90. M.S. Swaminathan Research Foundation, established in 1988, aims to accelerate the use of modern science and technology for agricultural and rural development to improve the lives and livelihood of communities. M.S. Swaminathan Research Foundation follows a pro-poor, pro-woman and pro-nature approach and applies appropriate science and technology options to address practical problems faced by rural populations in agricultural, food and nutrition. Contributions of M.S. Swaminathan. In the early 1960s, India was in the grip of famine, and M.S. Swaminathan's unwavering dedication and foresight ushered in a new era of agricultural prosperity. His pioneering work in agriculture and specific sectors such as wheat breeding resulted in significant increase in wheat production, transforming India from a food-deficient country to a self-sufficient one. Green Revolution. The Green Revolution began in the mid-1960s, was a transformative period in Indian agriculture characterized by the adoption of high-yielding crop varieties and the use of modern agricultural practices. M.S. Swaminathan was instrumental in his pivotal role in the Green Revolution in India during the 1960s and 1970s. Development of high-yield varieties. M.S. Swaminathan invited Dr. Norman Borlaug to India after learning about his newly developed Mexican dwarf wheat variety. The two scientists collaborated to develop wheat varieties that would yield more grain while also developing stock structures that would be strong enough to support the increased biomass. Administering and collaborating for farmers' adoption of HYV, M.S. Swaminathan established thousands of demonstration and test plots in northern India in 1967, demonstrating to small-scale farmers that the new genetically superior grain could thrive in their own field. He not only directed the experiments that resulted in the development of the high-yield varieties, but also competently administered and collaborated with the government machinery to create greater awareness and adoption among the farming community. Outcome: as a result of the introduction of these new high-yield varieties of wheat, India's wheat production skyrocketed from 12 million ton to 23 million ton in 4 crop season, reducing its reliance on grain imports. Food security and farmer welfare. Food security. M.S. Swaminathan's work was not limited to increasing crop yield, but also encompassed the broader goal of achieving food security for India. M.S. Swaminathan advocated for an effective public distribution system to ensure that food grains reach poor consumers in order to end hunger. Due to the efforts of M.S. Swaminathan, India went from being drought-stricken and reliant on U.S. import in the 1960s to being declared for self-sufficient in 1971. In 1987, he was awarded the World Food Prize for his notable contributions to agricultural science and food security. From the proceeds of this prize, he established the M.S. Swaminathan Research Foundation. National Commission on Farmers. As the chairman of the commission, M.S. Swaminathan issued 5 reports recommending minimum crop support prices, faster and more inclusive growth, and a comprehensive national policy to address farmer suicide. He played an instrumental role in developing the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Act of 2001. Sustainable agriculture. Later in his career, M.S. Swaminathan shifted his focus and made a significant contribution to the promotion of sustainable agriculture and rural development using cutting-edge paradigms like ecotechnology-based bio-villages and contemporary information and communication-based village knowledge centers. He promoted the idea of an evergreen revolution which called for a continuous improvement in agricultural productivity without harming the environment. He emphasized the importance of preserving biodiversity, protecting the environment, promoting organic farming practices. Research. Cryptogenetics. M.S. Swaminathan pioneered his research with cryogenetic studies in potato crops. He was successful in preventing crop infestations and in making crop resistant to cold weather. He also studied interspecific hybridization, induced radiation, chemical mutagenesis, and the use of plant growth regulators. Hexaploid wheat. Swaminathan did basic research on the cryptogenetics on hexaploid wheat, one of the widely cultivated cereal crops. Through collaboration with Dr. Borlaug, modified grains in laboratories to better suit Indian soil, resulting in higher yield and free of infestation. C4 rice plant. During his tenure as Director General of the IRRI, research on the C4 rice plant was started for photosynthesis more efficiently. Awards and recognition received by M.S. Swaminathan. Swaminathan's extraordinary contribution to agriculture and food security have earned him numerous awards and honors. Notable awards and recognition of Swaminathan. He has received over 80 honorary doctorates from universities all over the world. He served as the Member of Parliament in Rajya Sabha from 2007 to 2030. He chaired the task force Ministry of External Affairs to oversee agricultural production in Afghanistan and Myanmar. International awards. Raman Magsaysay Award for Community Leadership 1971, Albert Einstein World Science Award 1986, World Food Prize 1987, UNEP Sasakawa Environment Prize 1994, Franklin D. Roosevelt for Freedom Medal 2000, Mahatma Gandhi Prize of UNESCO 2000, National Award SS Bhatnagar Award for his contribution to biological science in 1961, Padma Shri 1967, Padma Bhushan 1972, Padma Vibhushan 1989, Indira Gandhi Prize for Peace and Disarmament and Development 2000, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award 2007. His book is In Search of Biohappiness, authored in 2011. The concept of the book is focus on how sustainable use of biodiversity can improve food security, incomes, and quality of life while also resorting lost biodiversity. question is match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer from the code given below. Here we can see MS Swaminathan, Green Revolution. A3. So answer is 3. A3 option, only one option is A3, so the answer is 3. Option 3. MS Swaminathan, he is known as the father of Indian Green Revolution for his contribution to the development of high-yielding varieties of wheat. He founded the MS Swaminathan Research Foundation, the pioneer organization behind the Evergreen Revolution. In 1960s, when India was facing mass shortage of food, MS Swaminathan along with Norman Borlaug and other scientists developed the high-yielding variety seeds of wheat. This development led to Green Revolution in India, and MS Swaminathan was known as the father of Green Revolution. The other options L.K. Jha, C. Varghese Kurian, Morarji Desai. We can study these three in later. So next question is, which one of the following most appropriately describe the nature of Green Revolution of the late 60s of 20th century? Firstly, we can see the description. Green Revolution in India was introduced in the 20th century during the decade of 1960 for adopting new agricultural strategy. The Green Revolution in India was an effort to increase agricultural production with the help of industrial agricultural technologies such as hybrid seeds, wheat and rice, fertilizers and pesticides, controlled water supply, usually involving irrigation, new methods of cultivation including mechanization. Hence, more than intensive agricultural development program was launched in 1961 to provide loans for seeds and fertilizers to farmers. The intensive cultivation of green vegetable was not included in the Green Revolution. So, first option we can eliminate intensive green vegetables not included in the Green Revolution. Intensive agricultural district program not included. High yielding varieties of program. High yielding varieties program correct. Seed fertilizer and water technology correct. So answer is 5, none of the above, more than one of the above. The next question is, which of the following statement is incorrect with respect to MS Swaminathan, a renowned agricultural scientist? He was known as the father. So correct. He advocated for sustainable agriculture that balanced human progress with environmental protection. Also correct. He worked to promote agriculture and supported the establishment of Central Institute for Women in Agriculture. Also correct. His contribution to Indian agriculture were largely theoretical, lacked practical relevance. This is incorrect. So option D is the answer. MS Swaminathan's contributions to Indian agriculture were practical and had a significant impact. He is known for his pioneer work in Green Revolution, which introduced high-yielding crop varieties and modern agricultural practices, leading to increased production and improved livelihood for farmers in India.